Hi everybody and welcome back to our No Armor No Perk run. And our girl sitting here in the command center, and we got confirmation from Modius to go ahead with our infiltration of Watoga. So we are going to go and sneak into the mayor's office and basically take over the town. We're going to become the mayor. So it's time to do mayor for the day. So this quest line is the quest line to get the robots to stop being hostile to you. So our biggest problem with Watoga will be robots, because they'll attack on sight when we enter the city. And we want to stop that from happening, but we're going to have to deal with it a couple times as we go in and out of the city. Actually, we probably could fast travel out. That might be the best thing to do. So I'm just going to find the quest line here and get it tagged, and so we can have quest markers to help us navigate. Because for the life of me, every time I go into a toga, I can never remember which building is which. Even though I visit Watoga 9-10 times a day on my normal character. Oh, a lot of times I visit certain places, or I'm doing like one of the Enclave events will pop up there called Drop Connection. I'll do that. Sometimes there'll be a Cranberry Bog Horde event that is kind of close to Watoga, and I'll do that event. But our base here is not too far from Watoga. We wanted our base relatively close to the fissure site prime, because we are the Enclave is going to try to keep an eye on Scorch Beast activity. At least that's the my head canon for this character anyway. So we'll go and we'll sneak into the city here. I think we are going to try to just like book it. Just book it in, get to the building, get in the elevator, because once you're inside, then you're not dealing with robots anymore, you're dealing with Scorched. And I think that is just going to be a better bet for our character to handle. So that is going to be the plan. Looking at some of the stats, we still haven't turned in some of the treasury notes. AP regen or actually the amount of AP, very low. It does increase as our level increases, but it's not increasing like it would as if we had the perks. Our health is increasing as we increase in levels, but again, we don't have some of the perks to help back that up. So agility is really bad, so that means her sprint stamina and things like that's really bad. So the key is going to be trying to manage the stamina. So we are going to try to just run in and get to the mayor's office. I think we're going to be able to do this. I don't think this is going to be too much of a problem. Let's see if we can just run by this guy. Oh, didn't even get to finish that. No, didn't even get to finish the thought before he killed me. Okay, so that's okay. That's okay. At least we got the tag on the building so we can respawn like right here. So that's a good thing. Oh, and hey, look at there. It respawns us right at the door. So run, sprint to the elevator, inside, and once we're inside the elevator, we're good. We're good. Yes. Okay, so we're good. The only thing we'll have to deal with is scorched. Um, wow. Okay, so already, um, I forget. You know, you play on your main character with your like most comfortable play style, but when you switch to a character like this, you do have to switch play style and mindset, and sometimes that takes a bit, especially if you've put the character down and are picking it back up. Um, but I love challenges like this because, oh shoot, and down again because right at the last second I popped out and I looked at the health bar and I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have to send back here soon." Soon didn't happen. Okay. Anyway, but when you're switching back and forth, you do have to like get reacclimated into a different play style. Uh, but I like that. It keeps your brain active, and then challenge runs are fun because they it's it's not as serious as if you're playing on your main character and you have like a very set goals. This is more of like a challenge runs are meant to be challenging. You know that it's going to be fun to try to figure those things out. So like when you start working that brain, your brain, and trying to figure out things that's different. Um, that that's different. It can be challenging, frustrating, but it is so much more rewarding when you actually figure it out. Um, that is why a lot of people don't like going back and replaying games because they've figured out how to be the greatest, at it and how to make it through main bosses and things like that. Um, so, uh, one of the things, and I've said this before, that I like about Fallout is these extra little storylines because sometimes when you're at places, an event pop up and you're like, I don't want to miss this event, and you miss the storyline or you miss a visual piece of the story that you can always go back and revisit. Because as you're talking to other players or interacting with some other players, or maybe even just watching these videos on YouTube, you'll see a piece of storyline. You're like, I didn't see that. It's like I've been to that place 4 times and I didn't get that story. That's what keeps these games kind of interesting, as well as the new content and the certain special events that pop up. We got a couple big ones coming fairly soon. So in February, we got Foshnacht coming back up. I cannot wait. I absolutely cannot wait. I think even, let's see, Foshnacht will have some mutated events um, and things like that. But so those things do keep it interesting. But also, if anybody has just done their one main character, I'd almost challenge you to go back and start with another character and play it different. I've got one that I'm testing out the new perk system. So I came out of the vault at level 20 and I took the specialist perk set and I'm trying that out. I do have my little raider character and she's more of a storyline um, role play character than um, then into like main questing. So I haven't done a lot of main quests with her. And then I have another character that I am working on melee, like true melee. So the only thing that that character uses is throwing, uh, thrown weapons. So like throwing knives, hatchets, and things like that. And melee weapons. So like the primary weapon he uses is a baseball bat. But I do have a pretty decent gulper smacker with that melee character. And you pair that with that magic, vintage magic Meyer moonshine. Oh, I didn't think I was going to get through that set of words. But when you pair those two together, oh my gosh, he does like serious damage to gulpers. It's like 3 whacks and it's down. So that's insane. So, you know, I've got different things going on like that because, you know, I've always wanted to have a melee character. And I've always started out going, I'm going to go full melee build. And I've always abandoned it. But now that I have my main character and I'm more comfortable with the world and the way the perk cards work, I'm giving this melee character a really good go. So, we'll see how that goes. That's, you know, really interesting. So we're just going to pop into the base here. I'm going to grab some food items. You know, we'll send a real quick message here to Modius saying that updating him on our progress. But the main thing is let's grab some food. Might even scrap up a bit. And we'll go from there. So, Mayor for the day. We're infiltrating Watoga. We found out that all the robots are hostile because somebody sabotaged the system. So now we got to look into the actual saboteur and how they did it so we could try to reverse it. So that's kind of the gist of the storyline. I'm not going to go too much into it because I don't like to do a lot of spoilers. Even though you're watching me do this quest, there's lore there that I'm not trying to spoil for anybody who likes the lore of video games. So, oh hey, hi General. So our buddy here, and you probably have noticed that the General, you know, and I had teamed up earlier in the video. So, you know, General is just the greatest guy ever. And has a really good knack of knowing when I'm going to need help with this character. So, so he's popped over, and I bet almost dollars to donuts that he'll help me out with the next part and shadow me. And that's going to be awesome. Because the next part's going to deal with super mutants, and we did test our gun with ghouls and scorch now, and the slot machine gun is doing wonders. This is going to be a good gun for her. But we're getting ready to go test it with super mutants, so we're going to see how this gun does against a tankier enemy, and mutant hounds, which really, they can bite really hard. So it is continuing quest time, so we'll make sure we got our quest marked, and we'll take off. I kind of know the area that I'm getting ready to go to. I'll make sure we have ammo and we're not carrying anything too extra. We're carrying enough. So we are going up to this one, down, there we go, to this circle here. And it's actually near abandoned bog town, and that's a workshop. But we're not going to take over the workshop yet. That's going to be a challenge for another day. But super mutants are going to be very, very much present over there. So it'd be nice to have our backup here. Anybody want to take bets on how many times we're going to die to these super mutants? Oh. Because they hit hard. Like, no matter what level of super mutant for this character with no armor, their hits are going to be hard, and very damaging. So, wonder if I have agility. I probably should have seen if I had a stealth boy or something I could have activated to try to sneak past a lot of them. And I'll have to try to, like, discipline myself not to loot everything just yet, because I don't have the carry weight for the things that the super mutants are going to drop, like miniguns and laser rifles. You know, those, all that weight will add up. So, and it kills me just to walk past a lot of this stuff, because I don't know, there's something about being in a video game, like when you get to a high level, you always have like way more than you'll ever need, because when you first started out, you remember how it was when you didn't have anything you needed. And my main character is like that. She is very much a hoarder and looter, and we keep every bit of scrap. Oh. Alright. So, and quick look at the clock, and there's a dog. This dog. Alright, let me look at the timer. Okay, yeah. We're getting close. I'll probably just keep going with this video, and in edit it'll just kind of cut out, because instead of doing like smaller 20-minute playthroughs and then stopping with the character, I'm actually just doing longer sessions now, and then just chopping it in edit. So because I wanted to see how that goes. 20 minutes and then leaving the character and coming back, that sometimes it's really hard to get reacclimated with our character when you are only playing 20 minutes every couple days. So I was thinking longer sessions might be better, to try to stay in the headspace of what this character needs and what her abilities are. Oh, man, that hit hard. Yeah. So, the gun's not doing that bad against the super mutants, but they are taking some chunks of health there, and being crippled is not a good thing for this character, because we're slow anyway and we don't have any agility. So we'll have to figure some things out. Maybe we can find a way around that. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, we're still, even though that we've been doing this challenge for a while, there's still a lot to learn. With our character, she's still got a lot of secrets that we haven't fully discovered yet. But let's see, we'll definitely take ammo, and we'll take a little bit of scrap that they drop. But the saboteur's trailer is on the other side around here, and that's where we'll head to. All right, here we go.